From my phone, it looks the light's hitting my face really cunningly. I hope this shows up in the actual video. So I want to talk about excitement and depth, I suppose, which kind of is its opposite, stillness. So today, I've been at work, fairly hectic day, been sort of at it, negotiating those derivatives, master agreements and all that. It's quite sort of in London. It's that kind of vibe, right? Excitable, and I'm in that physiology that's within me at the moment. Now that I'm lying down, I'm starting to come down from that a little bit, but it's interesting frame of mind that I don't really remember experiencing it like this before I actually started work. This kind of busy feeling, and I don't know whether it's something which has only really infected London in the last 5-6 years or so, or whether it's something that's sort of peculiar to my job, or things that have... Well, it's certainly not peculiar to me, as everyone else seems to be at it, or maybe just working life seems to do it. And then there's something superficial about it, and by superficial I mean you feel like you're sort of up here. I feel that I am up in the top of my chest and in my head more when I'm like that. Less grounded, I suppose. And then when I do meditation or other things, it's like I come down towards the ground. It's funny what it does to your thinking and your preferences and habits and decision making as well. It's like when you're in that, your decisions you made are a bit more quick, less well thought out, less deep. If I'm just not as good at making decisions. And then when I enter a place of stillness, I'm like, boom, here's what to do next. And together with this sort of excited feeling is excitement of changing, doing different stuff. Doing a bit of this, a bit of that. Which I've noticed in myself, I go through phases of doing this, doing that, and it usually correlates with what I'm up to, what I've been reading, what kind of people I've been hanging around. I suppose that was what I wanted to look into this video. In this video was am I being a bit superficial as a result of this state? And of course, when I'm in this state, then yeah, I am. But just looking at the decisions I've been making. So this year, come on, let's attack myself. Since I did my book, that was a real sort of deep, immersive period, which was wonderful. I've done The Artist's Way, which is a 12-week creativity program. Now, I did get into that for a while, but then towards the end I was a bit half-assed with it. Yeah. Personal trainer course. It's been sort of lingering over me for the last year or so. I did it in a splurge in January, and now I'm splurging again. But there's been that sense of sort of lingeringness. I'm sort of half into that, It's a stand-up comedy course. Improv comedy course. Again, I stopped that because I just didn't fancy it anymore. there have been these sort of things I've been dipping into, getting quite involved in for a little bit, but then stopping. Motorbiking as well, that was a little craze I went through and in and out of. It feels like it's not so deep. Whereas... And then there are the things that I have kept up doing, but which perhaps, because I'm doing lots of things, I don't go quite as deep into them as I've liked. So, for example, I could even take these videos. I mean, we're doing them daily and I've really enjoyed them, but I haven't been listening to them back or publicizing them. My Qigong, again, this has been something which I've just kind of been going to lessons once a week and then doing it for 10-15 minutes a day. It's felt a bit superficial, so I've just dropped that. And that's felt good to simplify my life like that. Yeah, and then it's like my breaks at work have been a bit... I like to do something sort of physical to a couple of times a day to break things up, and that's sort of vacillated between Qigong, and I've done some myofascial release recently, dancing, and even stretching at times. While it's all good, it's felt a little bit, doing a bit of this, bit of that. Would I have got more out of it if I'd really sunk my teeth into just one bit? I think so. Alexander Technique is a fantastic exception to this, where I've been really sort of committed to it and doing it lots. And my commitment to it and the amount that's been, churning over in my head has been wonderful. Buddhism is the other thing. Zen and my sitting has been pretty prominent, although again I could definitely go deeper on that. So, moving forward, we simplified by stripping away Qigong. So now it really feels like, meditation, we've got weights, and we've got dancing and music.
Excuse me.
Which is something I'm definitely going to explore. Moving in the way of DJing, because that is going to be the best thing in the world when I start doing it properly. Just remove the obstacles to that. I've got my personal training course level 3. Once that's done, I think that's the next direction I want to move in. Really to be creating. I feel like I've got a lot of that energy pent up in me at the moment, Yeah, so let's be honest with myself. Where does myofascial release and all this mobility work fit into the picture at the moment? Because I've been doing it quite a lot recently, and I have quite enjoyed it, but does it really sit well with me? Does it really, not sit well with me, but is it like a sort of, honest expression of the me of the now? To sound pathetically cliche. I suppose the simple answer to that is not really, no. It smells of curing, of trying to get rid of things after the fact rather than prevent. There's a sense of release. It's like trying to make yourself better. I suppose that isn't inherent in release, but that's certainly the attitude that most people take with it, and I have to an extent. Well, I think it's been quite good to do while I'm at work. While I'm literally working, shoving something into my neck. Quite fun. and then as and when, a bit here and there, but if we take the foot off the pedal, so it's not something that's at the forefront of my mind. I think that's a better direction to go in, because the forefront of my mind is really getting the personal trainer course done and playing around with dancing. Yeah. But I suppose the key to keeping this longevity in this depth is to in myself stay deep and protect myself against excitement and moving this direction and this direction the other. Yeah, actually, on another similar note, reading. I got a little excited and started reading and reading to one book and listening to another book by the same author, and it's really confused me, and it's made me feel like my head's in two different places, but I can't remember which one's which. So I've been doing this the last 2 weeks. What the fuck am I doing? Let's chill that. Yeah. So what we can listen to audiobook wise, downtime. Again, let's keep it nice and deep and immersive. How about something I've listened to before, something in the realm of Taoism or an old text perhaps? I'll have a look now. Bye bye.